Probably one more successful team than them.
Nottingham
But
Forest.
they could still be the Premiership champions. Still, they could be. Let's go once. £500 to the singer boy and his wife. No, not 500. Certainly not 500 Jamaican dollars. That wouldn't be very much at all, would it? There you go. I knew you wouldn't like that. You wouldn't even get a drink here for 500 Jamaican dollars. Right. He knows I'm telling him the truth. Right. £500 going once. £500 going twice.
Don't talk.
No, there's a noise around there we've been ignoring all evening. So, lady, you've got to come up on the stage. You truly do have to come up on the stage. What's your name, my love? What's your name, my love? Anita. Anita, your husband, the singer boy, he told us about an organisation you run, and I think if you spend that money supporting one organisation, we should allow you to tell us what your organisation is and what it does.
Absolutely. Can you come do that?
Yeah, you got to pretend that you don't want to, but you know you will. Yeah? We've all got our roles to play.
We have an organization called Social Solutions. When I first came to this country in 1994, I came here because of the concerns with the violence with young people in the cities of London, Manchester, Liverpool, Glasgow. And coming back and forth over the years, my wife married, but I also became concerned with the professional development of people working with that particular issue. Coming from South Central Los Angeles, growing up in Watts, being a member of a gang there, and also being the one who initiated the peace talks, first peace talks between the Bloods and Crips in my neighborhood. We set up the consultant company to train other people to be more effective in their practice so that we can turn young people's lives around in spite of the government's policies, in spite of who's funding it, and transforming the communities and the lives of people so that this kind of illness can be resolved from the root. And that's what we do.
So just make sure everybody knows, just give them one more time the actual name of it, because I'll certainly be looking it up.
The name of the organization is Social Solutions Institute.
Social Solutions Institute. Well, on behalf of GTM Press and from Layla from Urban Synergy, would I like to say thank you for your contribution. We value it very much, and you've done a lot tonight to help turn young people's lives around. Thank you so much. Thank you. And we'll definitely give you some tickets, and you can come and join us and have a drink with us on June the 14th for the game show down there in Camden, yeah? I'll sort that out via Layla. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you've done magnificently. But those of you who didn't bid, don't worry. Just being here is fantastic. You're supporting a great cause. So thank you very much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to hand over again to the lady who's going to take you through the rest of the evening. The organiser's been wanting you to come since January. I give you GTM Press.
Everybody all right? Very full? Okay, so we've come to the stage of the evening where we're going to be introducing Urban Synergy. This is why we're here today, because we're raising funds and awareness for Urban Synergy. We have Layla, who is the founder and director of the organisation. So Layla, would you like to join me and just introduce yourself, please? And just walk, thank you, and just walk people through in terms of what Urban Synergy represents. Where you're coming from, just tell them where you're coming from, how you came about, actually putting your company together. So, because remember, it's about success.
Yes.
It's about where you're coming from and where you're going. All right.
Okay. My name's Leela. I'm from South East London, originally from Greenwich, but now I live in Lewisham. Basically, back in 2007, crime hit a record high amongst young people. And in my family, we all work together. My mum's there, my sisters, we're all very close. So I don't really understand what's going on with young people, why what's happening to them is happening to them. So basically, a group of successful people, my friends, their family got together to create a network, a mentoring resource pool full of different professionals. So whether they're doctors, pilots, engineers, scientists, we've all come together to support young people, to empower them, and to help them reach their full potential. So we're a registered charity. We reach 1,000 young people a year. There's the presentation right in the background. And how we do that is one-to-one mentoring is key for Urban Synergy. We're about early intervention, so it's getting in there young, as they might be showing signs they might be going down the wrong path. And we kind of get a mentor to intervene there to help them to be confident, to help them have belief, to help them, we help them have presentation skills and confidence to make that next step. The mentor works with them for a year. Our charity runs an accredited mentoring program. I'm all about quality. Just want to say thank you for coming as well. That's the first thing I wanted to say. So thank you for coming. And it's nice to see people supporting their local charity, which is great as well. And we're all volunteers, we're volunteer-led. So I work in Canary Wharf, and a lot of us do work,
Where do you work?
I work at Thomson Reuters.
And what's your position?
I'm a technical project manager, so I build networks.
Break that down for them.
Okay. So I build networks to transmit data real time from the stock exchange to banks. Yeah.
There you go. So we do have some inspirational people inside of the building. Okay.
But for me, like I'm the only female and only essentially black as well, working where I work, I think it's important for us to reach out and help young people to diversify. We should always be growing, okay? So whether it's in the corporate, everyone can benefit from having a mentor. And it's important for us to make sure we don't put up the ladder behind us, that we help those younger people as well. Well, gosh.
I think you've covered it. I'm
Yeah.
acutely aware of the time.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to keep this thing moving onwards and upwards. The next person that I want to introduce you is a young man who he supports Synergy. He's going to introduce himself in regards to the work that he actually undertakes with Synergy. This is a young man that, in the face of adversity, he has come through leaps and bounds. If you remember, over 20 years ago, Stephen Lawrence was murdered. We have Dwayne Brooks in the building, who's going to give you a little bit of insight in terms of his journey from that day until the present day. He is a counsellor, Lewisham. I'm telling you, this house is full of inspirational people. I'm kind of like overwhelmed. We're sitting around some people who actually are reaching greater heights. All right? Dwayne, please do come to the stage, please.
Good evening. Good evening.
Just take it away, just tell them about the journey. We're going back from that tragic day to what you've been doing so far. Because, as I said, in the face of adversity, you'll be moving mountains. You want to make a change, and you want to make a change for the Lewisham Borough. Because what you realise is that the people who actually in the top run is, if we're looking at a hierarchical structure, the people who are at the top, they don't even live in Lewisham. They don't really even have a passion for making changes in Lewisham. So just tell them what you're doing. May, what day in May?
22nd.
What's so significant about that May?
So, May the 22nd is the day of local elections across London. And I'm standing in Lewisham to become the first directly elected black mayor in 101 years.
Please put your hands together.
So that's the aim. in Lucian to vote for me. And if we all come out and vote, May the 22nd, I'll win. And if we just think about what that would do for London, what that would do for our young people, somebody like me, who's grown up on a housing estate, single parent family, low income, domestic violence, unruly at school, to become one of the most powerful black men in Britain. Just think. So I want to say thank you for those who spent all that money on the Chelsea football shirt. I don't support Chelsea, but hey. And Tottenham football. And it's important that we help and donate to charities like Urban Synergy. And I'll tell you why. Before I became famous for something awful, I was a normal teenager at home. And I can remember the good times as a teenager. And the reason I can remember the good times as a teenager is because they were far and few. So far in between and there were few. And that was because my mum had me at 18. So she came to Britain at 9 and had me at 18. No understanding of how to bring up a child in a new country. So while I was going to school with all the issues about domestic violence at home, no money, no role models, nobody to look up to, things went a bit pear-shaped. I didn't have somebody that I could speak to. I didn't have a mentor to guide me through the issues that were happening at home. And then the issues that were worse at school because of what was happening at home. Now I'm quite intelligent. I may not look it, but I am. In fact, I'm all left brain, so that makes me more intelligent than the average person. But I didn't have anybody to inspire me at school. And that's the kind of thing, or that's one of the most important services, I would say, that Urban Synergy provides. Those role models. And those mentors that inspire. Because if I had somebody to inspire me back then at school, I would have done much, much better. Much better. And some of our young people are still in that same situation now. And I see it. And as soon as I see it, I feel it, because I've been there. I haven't read about it in a book. I've been there. Incidentally, I do have a book. And I should have brought some today.
Plug it.
No, honestly, I should have brought some today. And I totally forgot. But I will get the names of the winners from Lila, and I'll ensure that you will get a book.